Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege. Supported by Ubisoft and our broadcast partner Booyah, I'm your host Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host Baba Gusta and our admin Eisen, as we are here for the very final game of week 2 of the final season of the Pro League. It is a Union Gaming taking on Virtual 5 Esports, the two giants of the current season on the map of Consulate. And without any further ado, any time to waste, let us join the players right here, right now, in fact, on this map in the middle of the ban phase. Thatcher and Ash have been banned already from both UG and Virtual 5 respectively. Of course, V5 are on the attack, so they have the second attacker ban and the first defender ban of the night. And interestingly enough, they have decided to ban the Ash. Methinks that's a bit of a target ban, towards Jittery, as he is very much prone to getting the Ash out and taking out his enemies, just cleaving through their defenses very quickly indeed. UG, on the other hand, had the final ban on the map tonight, and they will decide to ban the Maestro. It is Consulate after all. Maestro is one of the more powerful defenders here, although some would still say Mira bans would be better. I would beg to differ. Maestro is still very strong, and excuse me, I had to take a bit of a pause. Consulate, it has been a while since we have seen this map. I mean, I was half tempted to say, as soon as we went in, remember this map, because it has been just so long since we've seen Consulate. Anyway, round 1 will be underway. Basement, garage, and cafeteria, the side of choice. But before we go into it, let us have a look at both the rosters that are in the lobby today. From the side, excuse me right there. From the side of V5, we've got Shrisha, your average Rush player, that is, Nippon, Kurosaki, Exter, and Dope Pope. And from the side of Union Gaming, we've got Sparko, EX7, Beat, Chittery, and Sandy. Basement, garage, and cafeteria, like we mentioned, is the side of choice. And with all of that being said and done, I've kept the man for the mic long enough, Baba Gusta. A very interesting match that we've got on hand, isn't it?
Absolutely, Jack. And talking about Virtual 5 Esports, they haven't lost a single match as of now. Talking about Union Gaming, currently they are in 4th position, having a total of 6 points, winning two matches, losing 1. And looks like they are 1 match away to try to make sure that they would stay in the top of the leaderboards as best as possible. Although Virtual 5 still has a chance to break Union Gaming's winning streak, going on how undefeated they are for the past 4 seasons. Will it happen in this season? That's the thing that I'm very curious about, and I'm very interested as we head into the action phase. And talking about the map itself, it is Consulate. It's been a while since we've seen teams bringing in Consulate. The first site being the first site will be in Basement Garage itself. We will see Sandy using the secondary shotguns to remove some of the soft breach walls where the Mira wall has been placed, so that he'll be able to get a good amount of angles and also have much more information in towards the garage site itself, and also make some lines of sight in towards the yellow stairs as well. Talking about the attackers though, they will spawn and also give them information via the drones. And Exter will proceed to try to rappel in towards the console office with the help of his shock drones. Although the shock drones might cause a bit of a havoc if Sandy's mirrors will be destroyed. If it does though, that means Virtual 5 is 1 step ahead to getting this victory. Although Spark is already in towards the window, he actually tries to contest against the Twitch in towards the console window, but still we'll see 3 players in towards 2nd floor, which means that there is only 2 players in towards the basement. And here comes the first frag in the hands of EX7, Pete and Roni. A beautiful angle to take out Nippon right from the main entrance. Now they still need to worry about the console office window in which the Twitch is still repelled in. Still trying to figure out an information. The pre-fire should come in. No, actually, no. There isn't any pre-fires coming in as of now. The attackers will continue to open up the hard breach walls with the help of Ace's Selma breach charges. And also Shrisha, who has currently gained the control in towards Piano just by not getting in towards the entrance. And talking about it, the push will come in, and looks like Sparko will get another kill, taking out Shrisha, heading towards the piano. And he's still attentive, he's still cautious about the console of his rappel. And Exter is so low on HP, EX7 might go in for an aggressive peek, but he will decide to not to go for it as of now. A long angle being showed here from Sparko, and Dopo will be able to get another one, taking out Jittery this time. Kurosaki gets Sparko in the meanwhile, puts it in a 3v3, equalized it, and puts it. A very difficult spot here. 25 seconds for Virtual 5 to make their push. The smoke gas canisters will come in play to make sure that the push will not happen. The yellow stairs from Kurosaki angle win come in and gets destroyed in the hands of EX7. Sandy will do the same, taking out Dope, and with it, Exter comes falling down in the hands of EX7. Union Gaming, a good start. They'll be able to win round 1 basement garage. And with it, we'll be able to check that out in the instant replay. Hipfire with the beat and Roni as we proceed to round 2, where Union Gaming defensive side, second defensive side, will be on first floor lobby and press room. Sparko, 2 kills from the Castle's UMP, and so does EX7. With the Peter and Tony getting those 2 kills, we'll be able to give them the amount of rounds as they require. Actually, it's 3 kills from EX7, 1 kill from Sparko. But for now, talking about the second round, it will be first floor lobby and press room. And we'll see whether if the streak can be broken in the hands of Virtual 5, or will it continue.
I think more so than anything, V5 have been this season's breakout story so far. Why? Because, well, you know, when they were playing under the name of Vanquish Paradox Gaming, they were sort of going between Div 2 and Div 1, not really cementing themselves in the top tier, but doing fairly well in Div 2, but just not quite. They seem to be missing something, if you will, right? And as of recently, of course, they've got themselves a new analyst, and it really seems like they're doing their work. That has certainly been one of the big changes we've seen. V5 just take the initiative so much better in so many better ways, so many better gunfights. Just the gunfight selection in general has been better for them. They're strategizing, they're doing things that we didn't see them do too well when they were VPG, right? And even at the end of season 4, we could sort of see that trying to come on. They were trying to improve, and they were being successful in it. And this season, Division 1, even if they don't have an unbeaten streak going into the final week of the season, these first 3 games that we have seen from them have been amazing, to say the least, and their growth has been very, very good, very nice to see as well. And just in general, to take on Union Gaming as they are right now, they've got a good chance. I will say they have a very good chance of taking this match. But UG, if that last round is any indication, they are not going to have that long wind-up that they usually do where they take time to get started. Oh no, today they are starting off immediately. And that is very, very clear from the way they're moving about the map, the way that they are trying to go for these emphasis plays. Jittery, in the meanwhile, has to be so careful. The drone nearly saw him right there from Dopo, but he will fall back into antechamber nice and quickly. Shrisha takes a bit of damage as well, as he will peek, and there's Jittery to start things off. Nippon goes down. Beautiful shot from that antechamber window, but he's got to be so careful of Dope, the ace just outside piano. Shrisha finds one in the meanwhile. That is EX7, but Shrisha gets refragged by Jittery, who is now looking for a third. Could find Dope if he goes for this, but of course he has a drone to give him information, and that information is going to pay off on the main door run out. Jittery did not know that he was being spotted, and Dope, excuse me right there, Dope took the kill nice and quickly, equalizing the situation 3-3 on the man count right now. As Sparko holds on yellow stairs, he knows that there's somebody on the skylight above him, as he will just try to play it cool, play it safe. Sandy got to be so careful. There's somebody on yellow stairs. I don't think he was expecting that, and Sparko needs to come in soon on that yellow stairs window, also below yellow stairs itself. But no, he's pushed up into admin, so he might open up the hatch to try and go in, get a kill or two. He's making vertical line to sight. That's a good idea from him as well. These little angles that UG likes to open up and they like to hold, This could be big, but Dopop in the meanwhile finds Sandy. That's another piece of site defense that's been taken away, and he barely slips under the sights of Sparko himself, trying to bait somebody out with the plant or bait a C4, and he will be successful as Dopop has only taken a minimum amount of damage. Beat is so low. Sparko gets taken out as a 1v3, all down to the mute. Now, the last man standing inside of the bathroom, Kurosaki is watching that exact angle. The only way Beat can come out of, actually, because the wall behind him is reinforced, and there you go. Quick and clean. Kurosaki with the cleanup onto Beat will finish off round 2, as we will see in the instant replay. A beautiful piece of work being done by Virtual 5 right there. And, you know, we alluded to them having this new analyst who has clearly been feeding them good information. Well, I mean, I think we just have to come out and say it. Good work from Music J, just in general. You know, Seed Sports on Twitter. Definitely go give him a follow if you haven't already. South Asia News, if you want it, he's got it for the most part. And just a great guy in general. Regardless, first floor lobby and press room will be the site of choice once again from Union Gaming going into the third round, as they really want to emphasize on this site. This is not uncommon from them, mind you. They love to go lobby and basement before they go onto second floor console. It's just the way that they have played this map before, and that is very clear the way that they're going about this once again.
I mean, that's basically what I call music to Virtual 5 ears.
I understood that reference.
Yeah, because I was trying to say it for the past previous round. It's just that, you know, the rounds were so intense. I just had to, you know, I really had to watch how well Virtual 5 has been, you know, preparing for this exact moment. So, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm also curious to see what Virtual 5 has in their stores. And also, the analyst has been giving them quite a good amount of information. So, although you still shouldn't give up on Union Gaming just yet. Maybe they still have some tricks up their sleeves in their position. You know, the numerous amount of you know, vertical lines of sight. That not just Sparko. You even do see Sandy and even sometimes Beat making that vertical lines of sight. Although EX7 is prepped and ready for the spawn peak right in towards the yellow stairs entrance. But for now, it's just going to be a waiting game, and make sure that the vertical lines of sight is prepped and ready. And also the attackers will start making their play as well. Talking about the previous round, we did get to witness Jittery making those 2 kills and then get an early refrag when he decides to go for that spawn peak. Actually, the run out, as I was talking about, the difference is that Jittery won't be able to go for it this time. He'll just try to, you know, play on site and try to go for some peaks as safe as possible, as the drones will come in from the attackers to give them viable information to see whether if there is any roam duties or maybe some particular anchors holding in towards that specific positioning. Exter will also make his way by starting to try to get the control in towards basement garage. Also the drone walks will come in as well in his favor. EX7 sees the Nomad, doesn't get the shot just yet, and Nipun will survive. For now though, but EX7, he's thinking of trying to go for this luck yet again, but gets tagged out in some other different location, which was right in towards the Visa window, I believe. So he'll forced to fall back and make sure that the aggression will be halted. Jittery, he really needs to be careful in towards the right from the spiral stairs, because that's exactly Shisha is in. And he's going to take out Jittery. Easier said than done. A 5v4 now, with Jittery taken care of in the early rounds. Really need to be careful in this situation, especially on the side of UG, knowing that Virtual 5 is slowly gaining their momentum, and Shrisha making that beautiful road, actually a beautiful flank, did put Union Gaming a very tough spot here. 45 seconds left for Virtual 5 to make their move, and looks like Dopop is already going in for the plant. Union Gaming has no exact idea on where that plant is going in. Nipun takes out Sandy, puts it in a 5v3, and with it, it is going to be a post-plant, ladies and gentlemen. EX7 takes out Shrisha, but what cost? Parker will be able to go for the kill. But instant refrag will come in the hands of Dopo, puts it in a 3v1. It all goes down in the hands of Pete, who is still in towards the entrance, but unfortunately won't be able to do anything at all. Virtual 5, the team, looks like they are in it to win it. First for lobby, round 3 goes to them. in which they'll be able to put themselves in a 2-1 lead. Round 4 will commence, and the side for Union Gaming will be on second floor console office. No, it's going to be on basement garage and cafeteria, the same site where they did win in the first round. But the way how Virtual 5 is going at this moment, Union Gaming really needs to control their aggression. They really need to watch out. They really need to look for their flank watches, especially Shrisha, who only just opened up the garage wall and just started pushing in and started getting control in towards the skylights. Actually, from the spiral stairs to get the access. I do have to apologize for that. Sometimes I start to stutter. I'm quite sure what exactly wrong with me, but round 4, very excited to see whether Virtual 5 can be able to go for that dominant lead in the first half, or will Union Gaming try to put it 3-3?
That they just might. Mind you, only 3 rounds have happened so far. 2-1 is the scoreline. And it is very clear that Virtual 5 in this match is learning as they go. Keep in mind, the way that they played the previous round, they knew what Union Gaming would be trying for the most part, and they had a good idea on how to go about countering it. And unfortunately, UG just didn't seem like, that they were really about to read into the kind of counter that V5 was bringing out. They just didn't seem to be all there for them. They started losing gunfights very early and couldn't get refrags in time. And once it got kicked into a post plant, the match was practically all but lost. EX7 wanted to go for a spawn pick right there outside of the copy room window. Well, obviously not going to get anybody just yet. Knows that he needs to fall back. The P10 Roni, not exactly too good on longer distances, if you will. For the time being, we're just going to have standard early round. UG finishing whatever setup that they need to do. You can see that second floor is somewhere that they really want to emphasize on. You have Jittery, you have Sparko up there along with EX7 as Sandy has fallen back into sight nice and quickly, knowing that that top floor area doesn't need to be emphasized on too much by too many people. They can't afford to leave sight completely unguarded, especially against V5. Now, excuse me, right there. But regardless, yeah, the thing I was saying was that they can't leave sight unguarded, not against V5, and that they know. Because V5 is learning, and that is the real question here. But Sparko, good shot right there. Onto benches, he will find one as EX7 finds Nippon as well. As V5 is off to a bad start this round. 2 pretty early kills taken. And Union looking good once again to take a basement-based round. It looks like those similar angles are working out at the very least. At least having the castle on first floor definitely yielded in a good... Whoa there. That's a... That was a moment right there, but yeah, we're back. No issues right there. No issues, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, excuse me. Spark in the meanwhile finds Shrisha. That's another bad drop right there from Virtual 5. They're not looking too good right now. He might just find another one. He is very still peeking benches. Dope Pope as well, but Dope Pope will win the game of who peaks first. And he will slide right by EX7's line of sight down spiral. 50 seconds on the clock. And a 2v4, which looks very much possible.
Well, a 2v4 in which Sparko and EX7 did do their work. And now it's all in the hands of the players who are still currently holding this site. Sandy, he knows what kind of push has been happening. He'll be able to pop out the mirror so that Jittery can be able to hold the angle right from behind. Looks like the push needs to happen here. Dope Pop goes for that pre-fire, but unfortunately none of the damage to be able to deal against at all. The prone peak will come in, taking out one, but instant refrag will come in the hands of Sandy. The Dexter will be the last player in towards the service stairs. Needs to make a push, needs to get those 3 kills, but unfortunately Sandy will be there to take the head, and with it, Union Gaming will be able to proceed by winning round 4 basement garage. Let's take a look at that in the instant replay. Round 5 will commence with a score count of 2-2. And the next site for Union Gaming to be defending will be on second floor console office and meeting room. Since they did not succeed defending on first floor lobby, it is a good idea to go for console office instead. Looks like, talking about the operator's picks, in the previous round we didn't get to see Jittery bringing in the Jaeger, nor any defenders bringing in the Jaeger itself. We only saw the mute, a lot of denials, and they did kind of understood why, because according to the attacker's picks here on the side of Virtual 5, you don't see any nade operators being brought up. So just imagine if in that previous round, if Virtual 5 had a frag grenade operator, and all he had to do is just get information via the drones and just throw those grenades. And oh boy, that wouldn't have gone well in the favor of UG unless and until if they didn't had the Jaeger in the first place. But it works well in the previous round. And talking about this round, they'll be able to bring back Jittery. Not quite sure what's wrong with my pronunciation game as of now. Instead of saying back, I say brack. I don't know why. I just kind of mixed both back and brock. You mix it together, it becomes broccoli. Yeah, well, anyways, action phase will proceed. Talking about Union Gaming, they will be able to win that previous round of Basement Garage. Talking about the side second floor console office, will be a difficult one though. EX7, very confident about this spawn peak. That push needs to happen, but it's going to be Shrisha who's going to be winning that gunfight. But unfortunate for it, it is going to be a 5v4. The G8 LMG proves wonders for him. Taking out EX7 would deliver a huge blow to Union Gaming itself. The only thing he can do for now is give them vital information and deny the drones with the help of his pest. And talking about the pest, one which will be captured running towards the admin office. Looks like Jittery knows that information. One is already rappelled in towards the printer's window, and it's going to be Kurosaki. He's going to meet with Jittery at the moment. He needs to be worried about it as of now. The concussive nades will force Jittery back in towards the yellow stairs. Maybe nearby in towards the yellow stairs itself. Talking about the time though, it is 2 minutes. Virtual 5 is still figuring out a way. And talking about the yokai drones, which the attackers haven't destroyed yet, they'll be able to give some vital information just by using the yellow tags. They're not going to go with the normal tags, but the IQ will be able to immediately detect it and take out one of those yokai drones. But Jittery is still here, and he'll be able to refrag Dope Pope. And looks like they'll be able to equalize the round. Equalize the man count itself, 4-4. Kurosaki slowly making his way in towards the long desk, and the defenders is prepped and ready for it. Beat will be able to use the impact nades to make a quick rotate, so that if Sparko does get a kill, he'll be able to go for a quick rotation in towards the yellow stairs, knowing that the entire push from the attackers will push in towards that specific spot. Although not quite sure what happened to the Zofia. Maybe he missed that opportunity to try to shoot the specific operator who was pushing in, but Sandy, the M5 shotgun, then the life of Shrisha. And with it, it is a 3v4. 50 seconds left for Virtual 5 to make a play. And looks like they'll be able to find one. Sandy gets another, taking out one more. That's going to be extra taken care of. But that's Jittery. Gone down. Puts it in a 2v3. Virtual 5 still has a chance. Will it happen? Union Gaming has the information. Sparko goes in for the push, knowing that Kurosaki is pushing in towards the long desk. There is cover. There is a lot of angles to worry about. They even have the yokai drones to deny plan, but it's going to be Beat taking out Nippon. And with the last operator will be none other than Kurosaki. Will be able to take out Beat, puts in a 1v2. But the other two players are nearby in towards the side. Kurosaki has the diffuser in hand. He could go in for the plant, but there is that yokai drone to diffuse it. The M5 shotgun doesn't work out well. He's going to go for the plant. Yes, he does, but that is a grave mistake. Sparko Dada exactly knows what he's doing, and with it, he'll be able to defuse it. Union Gaming be able to win round 5 second floor console office. And with it, they'll be the one to get the lead 3-2. And with it, we'll be able to proceed to the last round of the first half, round 6. But the final side for Virtual 5 to attack will be on Basement Archives and First Floor Tellers.
Well, that is certainly quite interesting. Basement Archives and First Floor Tellers coming out from the side of the defense right now. Union Gaming, they have definitely attempted this site quite a few times before, and they've been successful. I will say that. It's not that they haven't been, but even then, I'm not entirely sure if this site is one you want to be going for, UG. Even if you've had success here before, it's not a site that lends itself easily to defensive, strategies and whatnot. But if Union Gaming have figured something out, then let us see it right now. As, like I said, it's been so long since we've seen Consulate, let alone Union Gaming on Consulate. It's kind of hard to recall exactly what they did here all those days ago. But they've got the Oryx in play, Baba's favorite operator right there, Jittery. Once again, not playing the Jaeger this time around. He's just going around in different operators, different operators in different roles. And today it seems like he's played both Mute, Jaeger, and now the Oryx to make sure that rotations are opened up nice and quickly. Although I will say that last round could have gone either way if Sparko hadn't been the Echo, or even if his drone had been taken care of early. There was a good chance that the Zofia could have won that, if only for a little bit. Kurosaki may or may not have even had that round, but of course we will never know because the Echo drone was still alive and the denial was very comfortably possible for the side of UG. Currently in the lead, looking to make it 4-2 going into attack, taking a big advantage and quite a bit of momentum to boot. But the question is, can they do it in time? As Sparko opens up a bit of a vertical angle right there on towards Garage. He might find Kurosaki, and he will. He was unaware, Kurosaki, of the fact that that angle had been opened because it was opened so late, and Shrisha's drone was too late to give him the information as well. Pre-fires come in from Nippon, but of course he can't find Sparko. Will he be found though? Yes, he will. As Shrisha takes one but gets refragged. Jittery's right there to help out his teammate, or at the very least get the refrag as soon as the kill is taken. And with that, suddenly it's a 3 versus 4 v5, falling prey to Union Gaming, opening up these angles and making these plays from every now and again. And they've got to be so careful about how they choose to proceed from here. Union is a crafty team, and they will do anything and everything in their power to make sure that nothing that V5 does flies under their radar. Right now, Exter is pretty much next on the chopping block because he is in Visa, and he will choose to ignore sight and go towards the stairs, but EX7 finds Nippon. Oh, dear me, that is the Nomad taking care of Jittery. Now knows where the Twitch is, cannot get the kill though, gets down and gets cleaned up on, making it a 2v3. Very much possible still, but you have to be so careful. Extra and Dope Pub, they know that there is still the pulse all the way towards Piano. But there's C4s from down below. EX7 is fast approaching, but the vertical lines of sight from Sandy will find Dope Pub, leaving Extra the last man standing, and that too without the diffuser. That has left him in such a terrible state, and he will not be able to make amends for the rest of his team. EX7 will finish him off nice and quickly, as Union Gaming will take the lead, playing mostly off-site, I should say. Most of the action happening off-site. The last few bits and pieces of it happening on or around it. Even then, the 2 kills that were taken were, of course, Jittery and then Dope Pope inside itself. Other than that, most of it happened off-site. I think that's exactly what Union Gaming wanted. Speaking of that's exactly what they wanted, this 4-2 lead is also going to be something that they wanted in this situation, as they are in a 2-round lead going into the attack on Consulate. Plenty of advantage going their way. Most importantly, they've taken the last 3 rounds back to back. So they've got momentum. They've got the attacker side, and now they have the lead as well. Sandy takes the 6-pick out into the Zofia, bringing in that soft reach, that essential soft reach, as V5 goes to Basement Garage and Cafeteria for round 7. And just like we've mentioned so many times, on the other side of Rollstop, this is where usually the real match begins.
Well, I do have to agree on that, Jack, because it is the second half role swap. But this time we'll be seeing Union Gaming in attack. The side that they will be attacking will be on Basement Garage, and I believe Virtual 5 is prepped and ready for the way how Union Gaming will attack as of now. We're about to see it in the action phase itself. EX7 will bring in the Capitao, and Jittery will bring in the Hibana as well, bringing in the support of the Hard Breacher, which gives the ability to open up any hatches and also open up the walls. Although the main problem is that there is the Kaid with the Electro Claws, you have to remove them first so that you'll be able to have a good amount of angles. Kurosaki will be able to place one of his Electro Claws right in towards those three walls of garage, and also one of the electric claws should be placed in towards the hatch of garage as well to make sure that the attackers won't have gained control as best as possible. And actually, it won't be, because you have Dope Pop holding in towards the public bathroom with a total of 2 ADSs and a lot of magnets placed from that specific position. So if things gone south, the Wamai will fall back into towards basement garage and shouldn't have any problem dealing with it. Although the execute push is the place where Virtual 5 needs to worry about. Kurosaki will use his revolver to make an angle of sight right in towards the yellow stairs to give them a proper angle and also give them proper information. And currently Union Gaming is just trying to fix up loose ends, opening up the windows of console office, figuring out whether if there is any particular roamers. EX7 will drone out to make sure that there is any suspicions. Melusi right in towards that specific spot where EX7 is still droned out. I believe he must have heard the sound, or should I say footsteps, which would alert Union Gaming. Although the time is at 1 minute 20 seconds, and the vertical lines of sight that the attackers has made as of now, Sparko is just trying to eliminate the players in towards the master bedroom, and Nippon is just going to open up the hatch so that the Vamai can make a quick getaway. Sparko sees the head but doesn't get the shot, and Dope Pop will still survive. The vertical lines of sight is not going to let Dope Pop get off that easily, but he still wants to contest Sparko with that vertical line side he made. No, he's just going to fall back, and with it, the push in the hands of him, in which he won't get the kill, but unfortunately he goes down in the end, makes it a 5v4. Dope Pop will be able to get his first frag, and with the 35 seconds will come in. Sparko still using that vertical lines aside, and the execution push will come in. Extra taking out EX7, beat with the free fire, dealing some major damage. Sparko will come in to take out Dope Pop with the headshot, whereas Speed with the long range will take out Kurosaki right in towards the spot. The nades will come in, the smokes, and a lot of utilities being burned side to side. Your average Risha, good round peak, taking out Speed immediately. That would deny the plant, but instant refrag will come in on the side of Sparko, puts it into 2v2, and with the plant should happen, the plant gets denied again, and Nippon will be the one to clean up the entire room. And looks like Virtual 5 will be able to win this round here. Basement Garage round 7 goes to them. They'll be able to at least put it in a 3-4. As we proceed to round 8, second floor console office and meeting room will be the site. Talking about Union Gaming, though, they were a bit slow. I mean, I do have to agree on that, because the vertical lines of sight, they were trying to take out the player in towards the bathrooms. If they did eliminate the Wamai, it would have been done and dusted. The execution would come in. They try to make sure that the yellow stairs angle would not happen, and that's exactly what Dopo did, because the basement garage wall has been opened. You do know that the attackers will go in for the plant. There would be one particular attacker who's holding in towards the yellow stairs. If you give the defender the control of yellow stairs, it's done and dusted. You cannot go in for a plant if you do not have control in yellow stairs, and that's exactly what Virtual 5 did. They kept contesting that angle, and looks like they will be able to win it. Although the next site will be on second floor console office, that's where the biggest question lies. And the only question that I have to ask is whether Union Gaming can be able to recover it, or will Virtual 5 start making their own plays.
Well, V5 might just take a few more rounds here. They definitely have a lot to say about Union Gaming taking that first half the way they did in the end. So close, yet so far for UG. They attempted the plant at two very different scenarios right there. One where they almost had control. It was chaotic, if you will, and it could have been stuck at anybody when watching that white van drop, but unfortunately no one was. And the second attempt at the plant was a purely desperate attempt to extend the timer, and maybe, just maybe, they could pull out the 2v2. but it wouldn't happen that way, obviously. You know, it was denied. And then, of course, V5 had plenty of room to work with. Now they do, of course, have some more room to work with, just in general. Union Gaming might be 2 runs away from match point, but that will not stand, not in this house, as Dope Pope finds a beautiful headshot onto EX7, and the grenade comes in, just about downs him, and he's got to be so careful, given that there's somebody rappelling on bathroom window. Kurosaki cannot go to revive him either, but a second grenade will need to come in order to finish him off, because Union, they can't exactly go in on this stair as well. They can't rappel in because they know that there's the Echo there, who will actually move out of the bathroom. Kurosaki, what is he thinking right now? He wants to go for the revive, and it's going to be very risky, as Sparko will throw in a grenade. Was it at the right time? No, it wasn't. The revive was about to come off. Sparko takes a bit of damage, but no, he's going to go down. The rappel was ill-advised. Another repellent comes in as Jittery finds Dope Up. In the meanwhile, Nippon was the one to take down Sparko as the barbed wires are being broken, and that, of course, has been heard by Kurosaki. Will he find the Hibana? No, he doesn't. Jittery's just too good, as he will fall in. Find the second one. No, not quite. There's a shield protecting him, but Dexter from behind comes in, takes him down, and now it's all down to Beat and Sandy. Actually taking a bit of damage. Friendly fire from the gas grenade that came up with yellow, but of course he's watching for the bathroom rappel, as another rappel on construction is being held down by Nippon in the corner instead of connector, and still doing so much work. The smoke is doing what a smoke does. Beat has moved himself towards the main double window. No, he's going up to the roof, actually. They need to refrag and retaliate against what Virtual 5 has done this round. And it looks like Sandy's gonna hot breach his way into admin, and this is clearly a mark of him having something to say about this, but will he get in there? Can he stick himself inside a site? There is no Echo, mind you. Kurosaki has been taken down, so those Echo drones will no longer be part of any plant denial. It's all on Nippon as the run out comes in, but Shrisha, no, that was a bad time to go for it. He'll get taken down. It's now a 2v2 Beat. He's coming in slowly but surely. Under 10 seconds remaining. They have to go for the jump and they have to get Nippon out. Beat's going for the plant, but that's trying to bait him out. He's not going to take any damage. That smoke's too far away. Is it being watched? Yes, it is, but it gets denied. Nippon peaks, and the shots connect just at the right moment to find the planter. And that will be V5's second plant denial win in a row. And what a way to equalize. 4-4 on the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. As we head to first floor lobby and press room, and we see that in the instant replay as well. You could see it from Sandy's perspective as well. It was so fast, almost at the speed of light. Nippon saving the round for his team as we move to the 9th round.
3 times. 3 times the plant has been denied. 3 times, 2 in which was on basement garage, and in round 8, good use of the smoke gas canisters to deny that default plant, although the plant was at a different spot. The attacker, especially I believe that was a Beat who missed the opportunity to eliminate smoke at that moment. If Beat did succeeded, that would have given Union Gaming a post-plant situation to work it out with, knowing that it would be a 1v2 situation. And talking about it now, it will be a 4-4. Being in round 9, first floor lobby will be the site. And talking about the pressure coming in between these two teams, it is going to be a lot. Virtual 5 knows the ins and outs of Union Gaming's attack coordination, even on defense. But looks like there are some of those particular places where they are missing some of the points, or should I say some of the opportunities, I'd like to call it. But oh boy, what exactly happened? Did I just hear a one tap taking out Nippon? And guess what? That's actually the smoke. Smoke goes bye-bye.
That's a statement by Sandy. He's like, there's your plant denial in your face.
I mean, there goes your 3 smoke gas canisters, and also they want to continue the aggression. Jittery taking out Shrisha. I mean, this is basically a revenge of what's exactly happening as of now. Remember Jittery playing as a specific, I mean, Jittery playing as the IQ, whereas Shrisha was playing the IQ in the attack phase. And now Jittery is just giving a taste of his own medicine. And looks like it is bothering a lot of Virtual 5 here. Already eliminating two of the players in the early round. Dexter gets caught off from the drones, and he will be hunted at the hands of the attackers as of now. Union Gaming is angry, and they've known how capable Virtual 5 is. They want to make sure that they would not give any opportunities, any mistakes. Jittery's Jittery's abilities will be able to take out a specific yokai drones. I believe two of the yokai drones will be destroyed. Looks like they are slowly making their way in towards the site. Talking about those three players, all of them are in towards the site. No roamers as of now. And I believe one of the defenders is already going in for a flank route. But he really needs to be careful though. That flank might be crucial unless and until if the attackers are still holding that flank watch. It is going to be Exter who is slowly making his way in towards the Visa stairs, but Sandy will be able to take out one more. That is Dope Pope taken care of, and Exter, he needs to make a play. He needs to get in towards the side because the attackers are already in. They will go in for the plant as well. They have good amount of utilities as Kurosaki will be dealt with some major damage. Exter needs to be careful though, because Sledge is still holding that angle, and Jetri comes in with yet another one, which leads to Exter in towards Visa all by himself, and he needs to win this post-plant situation. He will get one, taking out the X7, but he needs to find four more in a total of 35 seconds. The push needs to come in. He needs to go for the he needs to go for the counter defuse for at least 6 seconds. And Sparko, he knows exactly where his location is. The nade will come in, which will force him to go outside. And Jittery will be able to catch him in the act. Union Gaming will be able to win round 9. First floor lobby with such great coordination. Good vertical lines aside in the hands of Sparko. It looks like I need to up my pronunciation game as well. Round 10. The side, basement, garage, and cafeteria will be the side, and let's see who will be in the lead, who will be in the equalizer round.
Oh boy, can somebody say that Union is angry? They did not like the fact that the plant was denied the way it was. Not only taking down Nippon with a one tap from Sandy to boot, but also the aggression that last round was amped up quite a bit, some would say, to an extreme degree. Well, not an extreme degree, obviously. We didn't see Demon's Force levels of aggression, but regardless, it was good, it was very well coordinated, and UG absolutely tore through V5 in that last round. Only one kill was dropped, and that was the Twitch on Visa Stairs. V5 will need to definitely improve their game. If they ever end up coming back to first floor lobby, they will need to up their game there, or, you know, who knows, maybe they've been practicing some basement archives and tellers themselves. We may or may not find out, depending on how many rounds this match has left for us. It is the 10th round after all, and regardless of and depending on the result of this one, and of course round 11, we might see the 12th round, we might even see overtime. And given how neck and neck both of these teams are playing right now, overtime seems like a very real possibility. You know, myself, Baba Gusta, of course, our admin Eisen, we were having a chat before the match began, right? We were taking predictions, if you will. This match is just hype, ladies and gentlemen. And we were taking predictions, seeing who would come out on top and what not. There's no prize for that, though. We didn't really discuss terms, if you will. Yeah. But most of us agreed, all of us actually agreed, that this match is very hard to call, very likely to go all the way to overtime, even maximum overtime, should, of course, it come out. The match has come out that way. Jittery, oh no, missing the shot on Extra. Could have nearly had him right there. Knew that there was somebody on that door, the Visa Stairs door, that is, while Shrisha just about gets away with a gunfight that he took. Probably against Jittery, because Jittery himself is a little low, but Dope Pope will find the X7. Big drop right there, as that is the buck gone. Soft breach has been denied, but a retaliation will come in, and that is Shrisha taken care of. Jittery Takes that kill, of course, like we said, Jittery. You do not want to mess with him. As another escape comes in just about. Sandy's giving chase down yellow stairs, but he knows he can't as Dope Pope takes a bit more damage. Looks like that was from the breach, but he is still alive. Sparko, he wants this kill, but again, he needs to wait for the intel to come in. Minute 20 on the clock. UG on the attack. They've been hard pressed so far, and they do still have the sled, so soft reach will still be available, just maybe not as wide and varied as they would have wanted it to be. Bathroom hatch, of course, is open. It was open not too long ago to ensure that Dope Pope could actually fall back to sight without having to resort to yellow stairs. But of course, events unfolded in a slightly different way, causing him to get out of the bathroom and not through the bathroom hatch. Regardless, he's safe inside the site, and it doesn't matter that the man has 1 health remaining, primarily because he will still take these gunfights. You can see he wants to challenge vertical, and he is more than willing to lay down his life doing exactly that. He might see somebody's back, but not just yet. That's Sparko up top. Does he know that the Wamai is peeking? He will now, but doesn't get the shot off in time. And Dope Pope saves himself the trouble of getting taken out as well. Gas canisters and smoke grenades going off on that main breach as shots are fired. Kurosaki retreats, knowing that the attacker has the better angle there, but he's got to watch yellow. Yellow entry is very important here. Beat goes for the plan, but no, the gas canisters are doing so much damage to the man. He's going to go back in, and a little bit more damage taken, but he's just about taken enough. He's going for the plant as Exter comes back down. He finds one. Bodies having dropped with Jittery, taking a triple. Sparko swings wide, finds the Jaeger. There's Beat to finish off Nippon as well. Unfortunate for V5. It seemed like they had control over the round, only to lose it right at the very end. We're not quite sure what happened, but Union Gaming managed to play their cards mostly right. And of course, you know, V5, they couldn't quite weather the storm. Excuse me, right there, that Union Gaming brought out right towards the end of the round, as we saw in the instant replay. Basement Garage and Cafeteria will now be the side of choice, as UG are on match point, ladies and gentlemen. They stand 1 round away, 1 simple round away from winning this match and giving us the finisher to this thrilling tale of 2 giants taking on each other at the top of the table for Division 1. But, like we know, V5 this season, they are not about to give up. Not in the slightest. And that's what makes this potential fight back from them all the more exciting. Well, all right, okay. I see you, Jittery. I see you. You know, I was trying to set up these next couple of rounds, but all right, I guess he's just going to disconnect on us, and we're going to have to go into a bit of a rehouse, ladies and gentlemen. Do apologize for that. You know, we weren't expecting that to happen. And now, of all times, it's once again a match point round. What is up with match point rounds this week, huh? Match point round, disconnect. Now, suddenly a rehost. Well, unfortunate, but we're just going to take a little bit longer before we eventually end up answering those questions about who's going to win this match. Will it be Union Gaming? Will it be Virtual 5 making a comeback to overtime? We'll find out after this rehost is done and dusted. But I have to say, you know, it's not exactly going to be a too dull rehost, primarily because there is just so much to talk about that we have seen so far. I mean, just this game, man, just this game has been absolutely fantastic. And I have to say, sure, you know, we never really had, we had a second game to stream before this, but delays and timing issues and whatnot came up. So we kind of only ended up with the Union Gaming match. But even then, it's a Union Gaming match. I think we all can say they are always very entertaining to watch. All of our viewers in chat can attest to that one. And especially this one, because it's against V5, who, like we mentioned, are basically the breakout story for this season. So far undefeated. 3 matches, all of which they have won. But UG might have something to say about that going forward from here. Again, they are on match point. 6-4 is the scoreline. But V5 may just be able to push into overtime. What do you think, Baba? Overtime? Possible still?
I mean, it is overtime, that for sure, I can assure you that. All Virtual 5 needs to do is just make some risky plays, just like Dope Pope did when he was trying to go for that inverted challenge. Even though he was so low on HP, he still wanted to contest Sparko, and somehow he still survives that. Although I wouldn't say that doing more risky plays would be a good idea, but having that a small risk, even though if you are at a disadvantageous positioning, still getting those skills, still getting that window of opportunity is exactly what Virtual 5 needs. Especially how Jittery pushed in when he got to know where X's location was, which is in towards the Visa stairs. What Jittery did is immediately get access from Visa and then just started sprinting in towards the spiral stairs to eliminate the Melusi and also provide more distraction and also give more chaos, and also give a lot of confusion information on the side of Virtual 5. Union Gaming, they've been a mixture of all, confusing information and Sparko. To be honest though, I'm seeing a newer version of Sparko though. I haven't seen Sparko using some different vertical lines of sight and eliminating players out of nowhere, and he just have those creative spots that would put Virtual 5 in a very confusive state. And the same can be said to Virtual 5 as well. We did get to see Shrisha in attack doing some aggressive plays as well in his end too. Playing as the IQ, the G8 LMG did work well in his favor, and also eliminated players by surprise without knowing what kind of location he was in. And that's exactly what Virtual 5 needs. They need that surprise element. They need a surprise element. They need to make sure that Union Gaming would have less amount of information. And what would they do to reduce that information? You could bring in Mute. You could bring in Mozzie with those pest roams to limit their information in towards the site. Having less information would give Virtual 5 a bit of a breathing room to eliminate players one by one. Just see how Union Gaming were playing on defense. You did get to see Mozzie being played. Although, yes, EX7 gets picked out quite early in the rounds, you did get to see those drones getting cancelled out by those Mozzie pest drones in towards the admin. In a game of Siege, intel is the main thing that you require, and looks like Virtual 5 Esports has needs to figure that situation out. They need to give less information to Union Gaming. But you know what, guys? We'll be able to see it with all of the teams being joined in the lobby. We just need to wait for the ready confirmation to come in. Without further ado, we'll be able to start the match off, ladies and gentlemen. Round 11 will proceed. The score count being 6-4 in favor of Union Gaming. They will be in match point. And let's see whether Virtual 5 can be able to bring this round back up. Will we see that window of opportunity? Will we see that chance to put this match on overtime? We'll to see out in round 11 itself.
That we most certainly are. Let us join the players once again. After a quick rehost has been taken, 6-4 is the scoreline as the round is now going to be underway. Basement Garage and Cafeteria, the site of choice. Everybody is here and everybody is ready to rock and roll, as they say. And it's going to be quite the match indeed going forward from here. Even if, in a hypothetical situation, Virtual 5 loses this round, right? It still wouldn't be too bad of a loss for them because, looking at the scoreboard, they have a fairly hefty lead on the leaderboard itself. They have 9 points and a positive 10 in their round conversion ratio. Union Gaming are 6 points and a positive 2. So they will be tied on points should UG win this, yes. But Virtual 5 will still be at the very top, primarily because of their round conversion ratio. Union Gaming, even if they, in a hypothetical situation, again, if they manage to pull off a 7-0, right, out of nowhere, they still would not have taken over V5's position. That just wouldn't have happened. And right now, V5 will be sitting pretty on the #1 spot, but with a loss on their record. And they don't want that. They sure as anything don't want a loss on their record. And they will be fighting, absolutely fighting their hardest to make this match their own. That is definitely going to be quite the interesting turn of events, if you will, for this match in general. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with the round itself going forward, we're seeing quite a few lines of sight, throwable areas and whatnot being made by V5. His extra has to be so careful about that rappel coming in, and he's got to be careful of yellow stairs as well. So many places that he can be challenged from the Jaeger on the roam, but he's only there as support for Dope Pope, of course, and he's going to take a ton of damage trying to contest at the chamber and will lose as EX7 will take the first kill. And the first drop is, of course, Exter, so that means it's a big, big drop. One of the front runners of the Romans has been cleaned up on, and now the Wamai's position is about to be challenged via a Hibana X Skyros breach coming in right behind it. As Sandy comes in to try and hold that position, but of course the Wamai has fallen back nice and quickly. Dope Pope getting away, running away from the hatch on bathroom, making sure that he does not get killed in the situation. V5 cannot afford to lose any more bodies than they have so far. One is enough, because if they lose any more, and if Union Gaming gather any more momentum in terms of the man advantage, then they will shut down V5's defense faster than we could say match point. EX7 going for those. Oh boy! I think the air jet placements have to wait. The sledge has been taken care of. Kurosaki with the C4 will find Sparko. Big drop right there, as that will reduce the number of vertical lines of sight that the side of UG can use for themselves. But a breach charge will come in from Sandy. That will take care of the Kaid's Electro Claws nice and quickly. But Dope Pope will find EX7. That's another huge drop, and that was challenging vertical on bathroom from the looks of it. As more shots are coming in, that's Jittery from above, and Sandy as well, but they haven't been able to find a body, but they will. That's two for Jittery coming down yellow stairs. That could be the play that has just given them the round. Nippon is trying to change things around. He knows what the plan's about to come in. Gas grenade goes out, and so do the smokes as Beat, the man with the diffuser, trying to get in. The second gas grenade goes out. Is that advisable is the real question right now. The third one as well, as shots are fired, but Shrisha missing. We'll put it in a 1v3, and Sandy will take the kill. Union Gaming were not messing around in this round, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, V5 making just a few too many mistakes right towards the end, using those canisters before confirming the plant, and missing the shots on the denial when they really needed the kill. UG will walk away with the win, and a quick one at that, coming back from the reho straight into a match win, as it is 7-4 in their favor. Ladies and gentlemen, an amazing game comes to a quick, clean, well, not really clean, it was quite messy right towards the end, if I do say so myself, but a quick and a good, intense end for a good, intense match, I have to say. Fantastic games from both sides, and Virtual 5 will have a loss on their record. Unfortunate for them, as Union Gaming will now be one more step closer to getting that top spot, to reclaiming their throne as champions of Division 1. And this is clearly a Union Gaming who is not messing about, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, they were not messing around in the slightest, and we'll be talking about that a little bit more in Reel of the Moment, going live on your screens right now, this little after-match show that we do, where we talk about the highs and lows of the game, what both teams did great, what both teams could have done better. And I believe in this situation, none is more suited than Baba Gusta to take us through this. So Baba, 7-4, an amazing game in the end, wouldn't you agree?
Do have to agree on that, Jack. Talking about Union Gaming, they showed Virtual 5 Esports that this was their territory. I hope I said that right. Territory.
You did, actually. You did.
Okay. I mean, sometimes I still need to work on my pronunciation. I still need to work out on my pronunciation games, because sometimes my tongue starts to twist out of nowhere. But yeah, talking about the first half itself, we did get to see Virtual 5 winning 2 rounds of first floor lobby pushes. We did get to see Dope Pope make some amazing plays. So does Shrisha, bringing in the aggression, bringing in some unprecedented, unexpected plays for Union Gaming. And it did work out well in their favor, especially when the site was on Basement Church. We didn't get to see Union Gaming bringing in the Jaeger. nor them bringing in the Womai. That would have given much more an opportunity to go for a nade kill and also give them a higher chances of getting an access in towards the bathroom itself. But they had to clear out the rumors first. And talking about Kurosaki, this was his chance to get that 1v2 clutch, but unfortunately he was met with a heavy dose of concussive nade. You know, the same ones that Sophia had, and it's just Yokai was using his version of his concussion. And talking about the entire round itself, the first half, King did kept his calm by winning 4 rounds of defensive rounds. They didn't had much of a problem dealing with Virtual 5 style of attack at all. Because the way how patient and the way how aggressive they were playing, EX7 doing what he does best, going for spawn peaks, making sure that he'll be able to provide good amount of pressure and also get more kills as soon as possible, and in return getting early picked off either from Shrisha or from Nippon. Although I do have to appreciate the way how Virtual 5 was defending on round 7 and 8, denying 3 plants in Union Gaming. That is technically a huge big deal. The way how Virtual 5 Esports contested yellow stairs as best as possible, making sure that the attackers would not have that cover, and also making sure that they'll be able to deny that plant. And Nippon, oh boy, that was very quick there. Eliminating the planter, making sure that they would win this round is exactly what they needed. But unfortunately, that was the only 2 defensive rounds they could have done at that moment. Union Gaming started to show their version of aggressive plays, especially the spark on how angry the entire team was. Angles being made, and Virtual 5 Esports had no idea on how to counter Union Gaming's line of attack, and also the way how their coordination went. I mean, you only see, like, if you see one of the roamers holding in on one particular place, you see 3 of Union Gaming's player holding the rotates. Even if the defenders go in on a different position, he gets taken down as soon as possible. That's how quick Union Gaming is, and that's how quick they are in making refrags as well. Talking about Union Gaming, though, just like I asked a question in the first, when we were starting the match itself, asking whether Union Gaming would be in the top. Looks like they will, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be able to at least put themselves in ninth spot, although they'll still be in second position, because Virtua 5 Esport has a total of 10 round conversion rate, in which Union Gaming will have currently has 2, and with them winning this match against Virtual 5 Esports, currently not it is 7-4, so technically it is 3 rounds. So technically 3 rounds, which would put them in the second spot, having a total of 5 round conversion rate. And whether that would be the end of Relive the Moment, Jack.
No, excuse me. There, I was the one to forget that I muted my mic today. Looks like we're
Aha!
both. Looks like we're both making mistakes. Regardless, two are as human, as they say. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can say at the end of the day, a fantastic game between Union Gaming and a V5, and we'll be looking forward to more from them in week 3, starting on Tuesday with Division 3, ladies and gentlemen, as all the divisions of the Pro League look to wrap up their 5th season with absolute great games coming forward. A lot of siege action indeed for this final week of the season. Until then, that has been it from myself, Blackjack, my co-host, Bob Gusta, and of course, I am an Eisen, and we will see you on Tuesday with Division 3 once again. Stay tuned, and good night.